You're welcome. Your channel top 10 news. Let us start about to top 5 unsettling premonitions that came true. Number 5. We're jinxed. On the morning of the 11th of September 2000, Monica and Michael Icahn got married during a beautiful outdoor ceremony. As they were about to say their I do's, a jet zipped by overhead so loudly that they had to stop the service briefly. Monica wasn't much perturbed by this incident, but Michael was unnerved. He told his new wife, "We're jinxed." 6. On the 9th of September 2001, the couple checked into a Boston airport hotel. Michael was jittery and couldn't calm down while they were there. He told Monica that they needed to get out of the hotel immediately. Monica was at a loss, but 2 days later she understood. Michael went to work on the 84th floor of the South Tower on the 11th of September 2001. He died during the terrorist attacks that followed shortly after. Monica later learned that while they were in the Boston hotel, the hijackers of the planes were there too, casing the joint, so to speak. Number 4. I feel like there's something bad ahead, but I don't know what. On the 10th of March 2019, Carol Karanya boarded Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 along with her 3 children and her mother. They were flying from Canada to Kenya to meet her Kenyan family for the first time. A week before the flight, Carol sent a WhatsApp message to her younger sister in Kenya telling her she had a bad feeling. The message read, "My heart isn't really excited. I feel like there's something bad ahead, but I don't know what." 7. Before boarding the flight, she sent a similar expression of fear to her father. Minutes after takeoff, Flight 302 crashed, killing all 157 people on board, including Carol, her mother and her children. In Kenya, Carol's family had to hear the devastating news that 3 generations had been wiped out in mere minutes in the second of 2 fatal Boeing 737 MAX crashes that occurred a mere 5 months apart. Number 3. London is safer. During World War II, evacuations from London to surrounding small towns and villages were at the order of the day. Mona Miller and her young children were no exception as they were evacuated to Babacombe in Devon. While these precautions were necessary, Mona couldn't shake the feeling that she and her children were in the wrong place. Sure enough, while they were happier there, Mona didn't feel any safer. 8. For 4 months. Mona spent each day in Devon with a little voice in the back of her head telling her that they needed to return to London. She resisted, knowing that London was being bombed. But somehow, something was telling her London was safer at that point in time. One morning she awoke knowing she could no longer postpone the inevitable. She and her children had to go back to London. They left on a Saturday late in 1942. A few days after their arrival in London, a letter came from Devon. Mona's friend wrote that the day after they left, 3 bombs had been dropped on Devon, one demolishing the house Mona and her kids stayed in and killing neighbors on both sides. Number 2. I'll haunt him forever. Even after 16-year-old Shanna Fisher turned down 17-year-old Dimitrios Pagortisis' repeated advances in 2018, the young man continued to pester her for 4 months. Shanna finally had enough and stood up to him in front of their entire class in Santa Fe High School, Texas. While gathering up the courage to do this, Shanna had told her mother Pagortisis was going to kill her and that once he did, she would haunt him forever. A week after the classroom confrontation, Pagortisis burst into the school's art room and yelled surprise before opening fire on students. He killed 10 of them, including Shanna Fisher, with some reports claiming he shot her first. A further 13 were wounded. Pagortisis was apprehended and held in custody. In March 2020, a Texas judge ordered the teen to remain in a mental health facility for a year to determine his competency for a standing trial. Number 1. I just had a premonition that I would never see her again. One evening, school teacher Christa McAuliffe had a dream. Along with imparting knowledge to her students, she really wanted to travel to space. Her dream was realized when she was selected from more than 11,000 applicants to become the first teacher in space. She was to teach 2 lessons while on her space mission as well as conduct several experiments. 10. A few months before her departure, fellow teacher Mark Hampton chatted with Christa in the cafeteria at Concord High School where they both worked. Hugging her goodbye, Mark felt a chill down his spine. Afterwards he recalled, I just had a premonition that I would never see her again. On the 28th of January 1986, Christa joined 6 other crew members inside the Space Shuttle Challenger. 73 seconds after its launch, the Challenger broke apart in the air, killing everyone on board. The shuttle had no escape system, and while the impact of the shuttle with the ocean surface after it fell back down to Earth was too violent for anyone to have survived, it is thought that most of the crew would have survived the initial breakup of the shuttle in the air. Please like and subscribe or ring the bell. Thanks for watching.